I'm yawning again. Greetings, YouTube. Some things have happened since last time. One of my commentators sent me a couple of free ships, which they kind of threatened to do, but well, they threatened to send me one ship and they didn't. They sent me two and a whole stack of blueprints. Most of them were copies, but there were like 8 originals in there. They were just like for small things, nothing huge, but nevertheless, they just gave me all this free stuff. And I was a little bit stunned for about an hour. And it turns out that whoever this person is, they sustain themselves in this game purely through making credits in-game and then buying the Plex off of other players, and that keeps them in Omega status, so they don't actually have to buy it. They make so much money in-game that they don't have to pay for Omega anymore. Makes me wonder how many other people manage to do that. I had been running most of my ships with base level gear for ages, and by that I mean not the civilian stuff, because the civilian stuff is crap, even I know that. But I've been running with very low level gear, so I thought I'd better upgrade stuff. And I had this Cormorant class destroyer with base level guns on it, and I was actually running it with 6 guns, not the full 7. And I was getting my arse handed to me by level 1 rats, and I couldn't work it out. It's because I've fitted crap gear. And something else I've discovered since then, I knew about the fitting screen. What I didn't know is that you can simulate you can save the fittings. I knew that, but you can even simulate a fitting for a ship that you don't have. I don't have the Kestrel missile boat, yet I've managed to save a fitting for it. And you can even limit what appears on the list to stuff that only this ship can fit. So you can get rid of all the because the marketplace is really complicated. I mean, Jesus Christ, how many things are on this list, and you don't know what to buy when you start, and what's this for, and oh my god, what's that as well, and it's too much. But this screen is a lot easier to deal with. There's a lot less stuff on it. Wish I'd have known about that a week or two back. Oh yes, and I bought another Heron, because I quite like the exploring. I've named it Coyote, after the suicidal tendencies of Wile E. Coyote, obviously, because this is my 3rd Heron. I've only lost 2 ships and they were both these. I'm getting into the habit of using the comparison tool as well. This is something else I didn't know was here. You can drag and drop bits of equipment into the comparison tool and look at them side by side, which is much nicer. You can't tell what anything is. Where's meta level? There we go. You can't tell what anything is for otherwise. Or, sorry, not what it's for. How good it is next to its fellows. That's what I meant. Speaking of tools, one of my other commentators has suggested that I ditch the spreadsheets. Not going to happen. But the other part of the suggestion wasn't half bad. He reckons that whoever this is reckons that they can make about 1 billion credits over 2 weeks if they run exploration things like non-stop, as long as in null space. I think they did say null space. I'm not quite sure I'm ready to go all the way into null space, but I have been dancing between high sec and low sec and doing exploration missions, and if you get lucky on some of these data sites, you can make quite a bit of cash. Just that after a while you start to get a bit nervy after you've got a fair bit of value in your cargo hold. It's like, well, should I go back now, or should I keep on looking? Or especially in low sec. You don't mind so much in high sec, because you always know that Concord is there to kick your attacker's ass. It won't do you much good, but you'll get the satisfaction of knowing that they exploded after the fact. Alright, the next jump will take me into low security space. Actually, I don't know if I should be worried or not. I don't frequent low security space, at least not so far. The closest I've got to low security space properly is darting in and out of the occasional wormhole. I'm getting a bit better at this now. I don't so much look like an elephant trying to unwrap a toffee anymore. Ah, it's a combat site. Bugger. Ah, it's a wormhole. Why can I never find a data site when I want one? And another wormhole. Damn! Okay, let's try the next star system. I wouldn't mind engaging the combat sites if I had a combat ship. Obviously limits what you can do with what you find. Quite a few turrets. Abandon all hope ye who approach these guns, kind of thing. Damn it, another combat site. I'm not having much luck today. God damn it, another wormhole. I seem to run into way more combat sites than anything else, and wormholes are a close second. Neither of which you want to engage in an exploration ship like the Heron. Damn this thing. Screw it, I'm going back home for my gunship. I need to change the ammunition on that anyway. Problem I've got at the moment is the ship's guns that I've fitted, the long range rail guns, plus the iron charges, which are the long range ammo, give it an optimum range of something like, what is it, 47 kilometers? But the ship will only target things that are 45 kilometers away. So if I step down the range of the ammunition, that will slightly increase the damage. And I won't lose my effective range of the ship. At least that's my theory. So let's, oops, I'm falling over. Let's simulate this. Let's strip the ammo off of some of these guns. See, optimal range is within 29. So hardware. Oh, charges. Hybrid, standard, small. Oh god, where's my comparison tool? I don't know which is bloody which. Alright, so at the moment I'm using iron charges, which are lowest damage but greatest range. So what if I stick tungsten in there? What will it do? Optimal range 41, fall off range 48. You know what? I think I shall go for iridium. Oh, there's someone already here, really? Are you going to fire at it? What's he doing? Kind of looks like he's just following it round in a circle to me. That is a player, right? Yeah, it's a player. Why are they just following it round in a circle? Uh-oh. And now he's seen me. Oh! And suddenly he got vaporized. Well, that was just weird. Oh, and now he's destroying them. I think he just woke up. Whoever this player was, I think they just... right. Well, seeing as how... Fuck's sake. I can't even do a bloody combat mission. Alright, no one else here. I can engage them without anyone interfering. And commence firing. Again, no idea why I'm doing the sound effects. Let's just fly this way a little bit. Boom. Fire. I like the way you can group all your guns together and reload or fire them all at the same time. That's quite handy. And that appears to be it. All done. And now to scavenge the leftovers. Which in of itself is going to take a while. It's not a good game if you're impatient. I'll start that sentence again. You do get a decent bit of loot from these ships. I mean, I've got 360,000 credits worth, average price, obviously, from just salvaging a few of these ships. There is cash to be made by doing this. It's just a pity that I keep on finding combat sites, that it seems to be the #1 thing that the game wants you to do. Or at least it's the #1 thing that the game wants me to do. You can make quite a bit of money doing the combat sites. I just wish that the game would throw in more data sites as well. I mean, maybe it's trying to make you work for it. But in a way, you have to work for it at the data analyzer sites as well. I've never seen a relic site outside of wormholes, not yet anyway. So I'm just going to assume that they don't exist outside of wormholes. And open fire. I don't know what class of ship that is. It's a cruiser, right. Okay. Afterburner. I don't normally run away from an enemy like this. Threat extreme, really. Yeah, move away from it, please. Oh, and it's gone. Oh. Never mind. Wow, these guys are a bit thick. They've only just noticed I'm shooting at them. What gave it away? Oh wait, the gunfire. Take that out first before it gets in close. I think it's another destroyer, isn't it? Destroyer, cruiser. I knew what I meant. There he goes. Did someone just take a shot at me? I believe they did. No. Orbit away from him then. If you can. I've still got my afterburner on, right? Yes. Although it is eating into my capacitor. I've never actually severely drained the capacitor before. I've never had... oh. Alright, my gun's run out of bullets. That's fine. As I was saying, I've never run out of capacitor before. I'm not really used to that. You see, this guy who... or well, I'm saying guy. Ooh, sexist. The commentator who said drop the spreadsheets and go and do exploring, I can only assume that this is what they meant. Because I am getting a fair bit of stuff, but obviously it's taking bloody ages. They didn't specify what ship or weapons they were using. And they didn't even... this is just a guess. I'm guessing they were doing this. They weren't very specific. But it seems to be the main activity that the game wants me to do. And there it is. I was looking at the screen thinking to myself, these guys are going to notice that I'm firing at them at some point, right? God, my afterburner's actually taken me out of combat range. I am way quicker than these guys. There he goes. Wow, that's a lot of wrecks to salvage. I'm at 750,000 credits. Lucrative, but takes bloody ages. This is definitely a game you need snacks for. Ooh, I just found something incredibly valuable. I have no idea what it was because I clicked on it too fast, but hang on. Change the layout of the table to show me the value of things. Put the price at the top. Oh God. Bloody things on the display. Right. Medium something, it's a shield. 1.3 million. Yeah. Nice little windfall is that. Again, this is probably how whoever it was makes a lot of money. I'm amazed that no one else has turned up at this combat site. It's not one, I don't think it's one you have to reveal with an actual scanner probes. I think it's just on the map for anybody to see. Woo! Okay. So after all that palaver, one combat site. In all fairness, I did get quite a bit. I mean, I already had the iridium charges, quite a lot I fired. Already had those two things. I think that was it. So 2.2 million. So about 2 million. It's about what I'm quoted for the average price. Gone. And I've kept all the ammo. Yeah. Presumably it's the combat sites he's running. I'm also presuming that he's running them with a battle cruiser or a battleship, because I've been in wormhole space when someone else has flown through the area and blown all the enemy ships up, except presumably they didn't have a salvager on their ship, but I did. So I went round salvaging them all, and you get some really valuable stuff out of the ships in wormhole space. It's fighting them that's the problem, and I reckon I haven't got a powerful enough ship for that. At the moment, at least. I haven't actually looked to see how expensive the bigger ships are. Battle cruiser, standard battle cruiser, Caldari. I don't have the... Holy shit. I was going to say I don't have the skills to fly them, but I don't have the cash either. Yeah, so 50, 60, 70, 80 million credits. I got 13 million. And yes, that's the most I've ever had. I keep buying stuff. Yeah. So I'm assuming that's what they're doing. They're running the more valuable areas in the wormholes with a more powerful ship, which I can't do at the moment. But, you know, baby steps, work your way up and whatnot. It's not what I will call exploring, that. I know that those locations, some of those combat locations you have to uncover with your probe scanner, but that's more of a combat activity than exploring. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm still liking the game. Hades comes out on Friday, so I'm gonna switch back to doing my regular video reviews for video games at that point. So these videos are gonna scale down in frequency, and I'm probably gonna stop writing Noob on it because I'm much more familiar with the system. It's just getting familiar with how the players function, because I haven't done PvP yet. I encountered one guy in low security space once and I ran off because I was in a mining ship. Screw that. But PvP is something I'm going to have to try at one point. Okay, that'll do. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe and share, all that jazz. See you next time.